let's talk about 360 breathing or diaphragmatic breathing and why it's so important for core work. I think a lot of people think breathing, that's not some heavy or intense workout, but really diaphragmatic breathing and really engaging your entire core in your breath and connecting back to it is how you can get some of the most dramatic results in the work that we're going to do together. So when I say taking a full 360 breath, I mean not just taking a full breath normally where you're breathing up here. And I don't just mean taking a full breath where you're like jutting your stomach out and filling up from here. I actually mean, and this really helped me to think about taking a full breath around your body. So you're not just expanding your core with air out to the front and back, but you're also coming to the sides and filling up your ribs and coming apart from the sides here. So taking a big breath in, your ribs fill up and come out to the sides and front and back. And then releasing your breath, having all of your rib cage pull in, front and back come in. So almost like think about everything pulling in and cinching together as if you were like pulling back and in a corset. And the other thing to think about, everything fills up, but when everything comes back in is engaging that low pelvic floor and deep core muscles. So as the ribs come back in towards each other, front and back comes back in towards each other. You can also think about your belly button drawing up like an elevator and back towards your spine. So breath in, ribs fill up, front and back of your core fills up with air here, and releasing your breath, ribs and core come back in. They kind of all cinch together as your pelvic floor lifts back towards your spine and up. I kind of like to think of it like a little elevator drawing in and back towards your spine, or like you're trying to zip up a really tight pair of pants and you're pulling the core in and up. Hope that that helps and that can really start engaging your core as you do the work. Again, when you're inhaling and exhaling with exercise, you want to exhale with exertion. So anytime it's like the hard part of an exercise is when you want to be doing that big releasing all of the air that you just inhale. So if we're doing a bicep curl, the hard part is the exertion part, like when you're doing the hard part of the work, when your arms are coming up and you're squeezing really hard. And here you want to be exhaling, belly button comes in and the pelvic floor rises. Inhaling as you come down, exhaling, inhaling, big 360 breath as the arms come down. Hope that that's helpful. I know it's like a million things to think about when you're doing the work, but the more that you practice it, the more naturally it occurs that you start really engaging that deep core and pelvic floor when you're working out.